As an aspiring indie game developer, I can tell you firsthand that the process of creating a game is no easy feat. It requires a massive skill set including programming, art, animation, design, problem solving, sound design, videography, and so much more. It's a field that requires constant learning and development, and it can be really overwhelming at times. I mean, each of these subjects takes months to get decent at and years to get good. So just imagine not only having to do all of that by yourself in a timely manner, but just learning it all by yourself is overwhelming and stressful. Sure, you could hire people to do some of the work, but if you are like me and are too broke from these games charging you an arm and a leg for these damn skins, look, I'll be the first to admit that I have a problem, okay? Though, jokes aside, perhaps the biggest challenge we face as aspiring game developers is the struggle to stay motivated and avoid discouragement. It's easy to get caught up in self-comparison, constantly comparing your work to that of others and feeling like we're not good enough, or feeling like my idea is absolute trash and wondering why I even bother existing, which in reality we're comparing ourselves to these AAA games with teams of 200 people, which it just doesn't really make sense, but you know, that's just how our brains work. But as any game developer or anybody who is proficient in any skill probably knows, the process of creating and learning is full of ups and downs. There are moments of intense excitement and joy, followed by long stretches of frustration, disappointment, anxiety, and depression. It can be tough to keep that dopamine flowing when things aren't going well, and to be honest, that's really how I've been feeling lately. Between my YouTube channel struggling to make ends meet since I decided to change its direction, to the fact that my animations look like turd, I've been feeling stuck, to say in the least. So how do we stay motivated and avoid discouragement? Well, I always have to remind myself, and the key really is to remember why we're doing this in the first place. We're making games because we love them, because we have a passion for creating worlds and stories that other people can enjoy. We love to make content that resonates with others and find like-minded people. That's the scripted answer that most people would tell you, and while that is true to some extent, is that really enough to keep you going? If you're like me, probably not, because it's hard to bounce back from burnout, so that means you need to prevent burnout from happening in the first place. My suggestion is to focus on one thing at a time, and when you feel like you can't take it anymore, like you're going crazy, take a break and work on something else. For example, you could start learning the fundamentals of 3D modeling, and if you feel like you are stuck, take a break and work on something completely different, like coding. Don't be afraid to jump around a little bit if it helps to keep you sane. I will say though, try to have one main focus per month. So your main focus this month could be that 3D modeling, and every time you feel like your brain is about to explode, switch it up and go to coding. Or don't, and just take a break. Go play a game or something that you want to play. Don't overwhelm yourself for the sake of time. That's what will lead to poor quality learning, and likely it will probably make it longer to learn overall, and it'll probably lead to a poor quality game. But it's also important to set realistic goals for ourselves and to celebrate our accomplishments no matter how small. And when things get tough, it's okay to take a break, recharge, and most importantly, not judge ourselves for doing so. Recently, I've been playing way too much WoW, but you know what? I feel like I've been working hard enough to justify a little bit of a break, though, but really, I probably should be doing some more work. I probably should be. Oh, God. Ultimately, though, the hardest part about making a video game or just content creating in general is the mental and emotional journey that comes with it. It is challenging, it's rewarding, and sometimes it's a grueling process, but it's worth it in the end when we see our creation come to life, especially when you have some really out there ideas, which if you want to see one that I had and want to give your feedback on whether or not it should be in the game, make sure to click this video here. Okay, love you, bye.